Well, welcome to this program, What is Naturism? Part 1. This program is by me. I'm Dr. Ken Sunwalker. The goal of this program is to share myths about naturism, what it is, and its benefits. Let's start with the definition of naturism. Naturism is somewhat different for everyone, and that's really important to understand. The International Naturist Federation defines it as a way of life in harmony with nature, characterized by the practice of communal nudity with the intention of encouraging self-respect, respect for others, and for the environment. Other names include nudism, clothing optional, natural, and of course sky-clad. Well, what can you learn? Lawrence Kastler, a PhD, said the most interesting thing about nudism seems to be not that it exists, but that so little has been done to learn what it has to teach. That's what this program is about, helping you learn what naturism can teach. We were all born nude. Therefore, we are all nudists. We don't choose to be nude. We are nude. However, we do choose to wear clothes. That's by Tim Walker. So what do you have to do to become a real, live, nudist, naturist, sky-clad person? It isn't whether you like being nude all the time. It isn't whether you like being nude with others. There are no barriers to get over. No nudity high score you have to beat. No qualifications. No checklist to complete. If you like being nude, you're a nudist. That's what Matthew McDermott said. Naturism is more a state of mind, really. If you feel that you're a naturist or feel you want to be a naturist, well, then you are. Even if you barely get the chance to be nude, if something about naturism resonates with you, the sense of freedom, a feeling of self-acceptance, a feeling of oneness with the splendor of the natural world, even if you simply like the niceness of air on your skin, then that's wonderful. Whatever naturism means to you, it is, says Lisa. Nudity is normal. Nearly everyone bathes naked. Most get naked at the doctor's office. Many sleep nude. Some enjoy nudity in a hot tub. Some enjoy naked massage. Many have seen nude art. And of course, some find that being sky-clad improves spirituality. According to a 2016 survey of 15,127 respondents by misstravel.com, 71% had skinny dipped on vacation. And a 2006 Roper poll showed that 25% of all American adults had been skinny dipping at least once. Why are we offended to see nakedness? Or hesitant to even talk about nakedness at home or with others? Why? We often flock to see naked art, yet we're offended by real nudity. It just doesn't make sense. So nakedness should be natural, just like it's shown in many artworks. But as Joseph Whitfield said, truth has a way of reaching the soul, even though the outer garments may temporarily distract the gaze. Well, let's start with some myths about nudity. Some people believe nudity is a sin. That's a myth. Some people believe nudity is all about sex. That's a myth. Some people say, I don't look good enough. Well, that's a myth too. And others believe that nudity harms children. That's a total myth. Let's look at these. Nudity is a sin. We've been naked as a people most of our existence. And this idea that somehow you eat apples and then you can't be naked because it's a sin, that is a myth. Some people believe nudity is all about sex. I want sex. I want sex. Well, sex is interesting, and it's how we all came into the world. But nudity does not equal sex, and thinking that it does is a myth. And then there's those people that say something like, oh, I just don't look good enough. You don't look good enough. You're a person. Everyone looks good enough. Sure, there's a lot of variety, but even those that we think of as really beautiful are just people. And even there, they have to be airbrushed to look the way we think we all ought to look. I don't look good enough is a myth. Well, Samantha Taylor said this, don't think for 1 minute that you could not come to a naturist resort because you're too fat, have stretch marks, etc. You will not be any different from anyone else. At a size 14, I was probably one of the slimmer people there. I bet you anything the unnatural bits bulging out of the swimming costume looks worse than your natural shape. Try taking a look in the mirror and decide for yourself. Being naked, you feel beautiful and liberated. And then there are those people who think nudity harms children. Well, it's simply a myth. We have a whole program about this that's coming up. But it's not nudity that harms children. It's those Puritan values that we express. It's the lack of nudity that really harms children. So why naturism? It can be expressed with 4 H's. It makes one happy. It makes one healthy. It makes one human. And it makes one honest. Happy, healthy, human, honest. That's what naturism does. So let's first talk about happiness. Why does throwing your clothes off help you be happy? WikiHow describes it this way. Being a nudist can help you return to your childhood self, to remember the person you were before you cared about putting your clothes on and ran around naked and happy. It's a very liberating feeling. Nudism can help you return to that pure and unself-conscious version of yourself and can help you feel happy and free in a friendly environment. Well, that's a part of the story. Now go to part 2 to learn the rest of the story about what is Naturism. And by the way, feel free to contact us anytime about activities, presentations, any help we can provide. We're part of Naturists of Northern Arizona, and you can look that up on meetup.com. My phone number and email address is also there.